Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you want to get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
The Power Hour goes live at 8 a.m. KFAN.com/watch is where you can find it all thanks to Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
Hey, welcome back. Power Trip Morning Show. That's Ben Lieber.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, Zeko?
Yes, sir.
We're going to talk more in sports, I'm sure, but I saw one of the high school hockey games last night. It was like just a major, pretty much a whooping. Were there any surprises yesterday?
I think Orono beating Northfield more than any. That was a
8-2. Was that right?
The way they
8-2.
beat him, I guess I didn't realize. I thought Northfield would have done a little bit better, but that was maybe a little surprise. But I think, and just across the board, it pretty much went the way I think most were expecting.
3 shutouts.
I thought St. Cloud, Mahtomedi would have maybe. I think we were expecting Cathedral to win that game too, but...
Well, that's because they didn't have to face Chisago, right? Chisago would have destroyed St. Cloud Cathedral.
Right.
Destroyed.
That freshman on Cathedral is outstanding.
Yes. Yeah, so it was a good day of hockey and more to come today.
I was reading, because you guys were talking about Chip Kelly,
Yeah.
During the break, I was looking up his Wikipedia. Do you know why he's named Chip?
No.
Because his parents couldn't spell Dorito.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's what you came up with?
Well, I had a joke, and you guys went to break, and I didn't get it in. And I thought it was too good.
Son of a bitch!
Too good to waste.
Sauce.
Am I ever going to talk about Chip Kelly?
Sauce. Do you think that, I want you to be honest, do you think that Hawk's joke was good? Yes or no? You're a stand-up comedian.
You didn't hear it, did you?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay.
Why did they name him Chip? Because his parents couldn't spell Doritos.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you came up with?
You didn't like that joke, though?
You guys went to break, and I didn't hear it.
Okay, you're a stand-up comedian, though, right? You just stand up once in a while. Do a better Chip Kelly joke than the one Chris just did. You ready?
Yeah,
Me?
Go ahead. Show me how it's
you.
done.
Ready?
Do you know why they named him Chip? Because his parents were infatuated with the small cup from Beauty and the Beast. Oh, no! That lady jumped over Portage.
Can I try one? She got pushed. Oh, you want to
Yeah.
You don't know Ben Lieber's going to give it a
You
shot.
don't know she got pushed.
You know why Chip Kelly's parents named him Chip?
Why's that?
Because they couldn't spell ahoy.
Yeah, that's pretty good, Ben. Yeah.
Whose is better?
Now, how's that any different than my joke?
Hawks.
We're just taking we're taking your formula and we're just tweaking it.
Zach, your hands up.
Can I try one?
Yeah, let's go.
Could you tweak me, please?
You know why they...
Hold on, you gotta wait.
Wait for it.
Sorry. You know why they called him Chip?
Why?
Because his father was an elderly man from Amsterdam. Old Dutch. Okay. Get it?
That was hands down the worst of the 4.
Worse than mine?
Yeah, worse than yours.
Wow.
None of us can
Because
believe
he
it.
had to explain it.
Yeah,
Yours was bad. Yours was bad, but I understood it.
Sometimes if you know.
I'm going to do some
Maybe you're just-
sad stories in the news just to make us all
I
laugh.
was going to say, maybe Zach's just over our head. He's just too smart for
Chris
us.
Hockey, presented by Carboni's Pizzeria.
Thank you. Thank you, Carbonis. Yeah, we'll get that later, I bet, when it'll come to us later. Ben Lieber's here. Hi, Ben.
Hi.
A guy had sex with a train seat.
That happens.
I bet you'll have more on that in headlines, won't you, Corey?
How?
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, damn it. I promised I'd stop doing that.
It's for Howdy.
This guy, I know. This guy had sex with a train seat. And you're wondering, well, how'd they catch him?
The first thing we do is we start pulling video. So in this particular case, we were able to provide very detailed, very descriptive video. This individual is on that exclusionary list. And as a result of this act, on the 13th of February, will be banned, will receive a lifetime ban as well.
Hey, I got you on video!
By the way, I want to name my next band the Lifetime Band.
Yeah, you love that channel.
You can play at the gyms.
Yeah, man.
There are times in your life where you're like, man, you know what? I'm real horny. Like, I'm going to watch a video. I'm going to do something, right, to cure this horniness.
Yeah, cure it.
Yeah, get the poison out.
99% of people would never say, you know what? I'm going to bang a train bench. Right? Like,
I don't know, man.
do you just rub your parts on it?
All you need is a little friction.
Man.
Yeah. I bet Tommy's doing something similar right now.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, on the BART in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Guy's name's Bart.
Oh,
Apparently, that is a problem. At least train encounters are a problem in
Hawk was in
certain
a
parts of
train.
the world.
If it's love.
Yeah,
They have
baby, don't hurt me.
It's like the back. I think it's like the most rear car in the train
Meet Virginia.
is where it's supposedly allowed that you can have your.
Well, look, I'm not trying to
Encounters.
victim shame, but then why are the chairs so comfortable?
Right.
Just make them plastic chairs.
Yeah, calling all these angels.
Don't make them, soft and padded.
That's
But
right.
to be clear, those encounters are between people, not people in the train itself.
Yeah. Is that Drops at Jupiter?
Yes. Oh.
Well played. Man.
You do one. Do
Me
a
do
train
one?
joke.
I think I did all the train songs. I did all the Twain songs. Can I just move on?
Is that the lady that wears high heels when she exercises?
Yeah, that's a good line from that song.
Thank you. That's a good
Wears
tune.
high heels when she exercises.
Corey hates that band.
I mean, this is going to floor you. I didn't get that reference because I don't know that
But
line.
I knew my Hogs Daddy would.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's a good tune.
Me-
That's a great
Virginia.
song.
He smokes a pack
I
a
love that
day.
band.
I like Train.
But
Wait,
hey,
that's me. That's me. But anyway,
yeah.
love that. Great lines.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says.
Isn't that guy not very friendly?
I don't know. I've never met him. He's a good kisser. Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
Wait, you've never met him, but you've kissed him.
Yeah, I like to. I'm a glory hole guy.
It's a G-hole situation, right?
Yeah. Man.
This tastes like train.
Yeah, you're going for it, Hawk.
Hey,
You are going for it.
lead singer of Train
No. Hello.
again?
Man, you're good.
Man.
Yeah. Well,
Thing is,
God gave me one good sense.
Oh.
if Corey was ever behind that wall,
Yeah.
he should just like step out around the corner because everybody's going to see those fishy lips and know
lips, yeah.
exactly
Oh, yeah.
who that is.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
stop hiding.
Yeah.
Just come on out here, big guy.
Corey?
Yeah.
I try to disguise myself. Hey, soul sister.
Gil?
Don't take a black light to Corey's face.
Hey.
Needle nose, Ned.
racist. Fire officials are investigating a fire that took place in a barn in Carleton County, Minnesota. Firefighters arrived. The barn was fully engulfed in flames. Black smoke coming out of the sides. 20 chickens died. Glenn Taylor, primary suspect.
Oh, Glenn.
How long before we get sued by Glenn Taylor for defamation because we keep saying he burns chickens alive?
I'm sorry, not that Glenn Taylor.
Oh,
No,
a different one.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a different Glenneth.
Yeah.
This will hold
Glenneth.
up during the deposition.
Glenneth
Glenneth
Taylor.
Layler.
Yep, Glenneth Layler.
Yep. You know Glenneth.
Yeah, Clapton sang about him.
Brilliant. Hawk has slept with the Glenneth. Right?
No.
Kissed him through a hole in a bathroom stall.
But he's never met him.
Yeah. Slept after
Oh.
with the Lord.
What?
And now I want chicken.
I want to
Yeah.
listen to the Lord.
Hawk will pay for it.
I want to go to a Worthington truck stop. That's a radio.
Put your hand down, Zach.
You were there for a long
I
time.
want canes.
A Sun Country airliner was diverted to El Paso
Oh boy.
while police investigate. Flight took off from Minneapolis and was supposed to go to Mazatlan. Around 4:15 yesterday, the FBI in El Paso was notified of an incident. The plane, with all its passengers, diverted to... I don't know why it has to put that part in there. The plane with all its passengers? Obvi. Did they drop him out of the sky?
They didn't throw. They threw the problem passengers out over Oklahoma.
Yep. They had to stay the night in El Paso. The passengers did. No information was given, and Sun Country said in a statement on X that they hope to get everyone to their destinations as quickly as possible. So nobody knows why, but a plane was diverted, and police had to investigate. And the as far as we know, the passengers still don't know why they're in El Paso.
I thought the headline said something about a security concern.
Was that right?
That's what I thought I read. If this is we've had so many weird flight stories the last couple of weeks. If it's the same one that I read yesterday, the headline said something about security concern diverts Sun Country flight.
I think maybe the point is they don't know what the security concern was.
Interesting. I wonder what it was.
Yeah, I don't know. But at least they didn't get diverted to Minot. You know what I mean?
You're going to piss off Marnie now.
I love it. Don't get me wrong, but they're headed to Mexico for warmth, and you get diverted to Minot, you'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Zach, your hands up.
In El Paso, it's warm.
Well, I mean, if you have to spend a night in El Paso, you know what you're doing, right?
Get some chips.
Tex-Mex and sex.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, listen to the Hulkster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow, that lady's excited.
How much would you guys want to know if you're a passenger on that flight or any flight? If you are diverting and you're like, okay, we got to cut our destination a little short. We're going to stop here in Albuquerque or whatever, El Paso. Do you want to know all the specifics?
I think ignorance is bliss.
Yes, correct.
Right.
Tell me everything once we get to the ground. Once we land safely, if you're like, hey, we had to land because of this security concern, I'd say, all right, well, then I'll go to the food court. Tell me what I do next. I don't know. I don't know.
Is that all you need? Like, what if it's a mechanical issue? What if they say, like, hey, do all you need to know is this mechanical issue? Or do you need to know, like, our hydraulics went out?
You know, if they tell me it's a mechanical issue, I want to get a good look at the pilot as I leave the plane, because if he's drenched in sweat.
Yeah, correct. And smoking cigarettes. Yeah.
There's that scene from Airplane where the water's just pouring off.
So good.
Like he's holding the Bible. He smells of feces.
No.
It's for some reason his shirt's unbuttoned.
Oh, man. Gross.
Grody.
Oh, man.
All right.
Go ahead. No, I was like, would you want to know why they threw the passengers out over Oklahoma before you land, or would you rather just?
I think if they're willing to throw somebody out, we probably saw the altercation happen.
Yeah, well
so we're not in the dark on that one. Ryan Jeffers of the Minnesota Twins has been joining us weekly, which is super cool. The last couple of weeks from spring training. We'll call him after this. Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, everybody. It's a sunshiny day. We've got our new friend, Ryan Jeffers, on the phone. He's with your Minnesota Twins. He's down enjoying the sunshine.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi.
How are you guys? Good morning.
You know what? We got 25 inches of snow yesterday, and it was 100 below. What do you think of that?
I think it was about 85 and sunny here. So
yeah. Do you like the snow?
I'll take this weather.
Yeah, not bad. You're on a bus right now, correct?
I am. We are rolling up to play the Yankees in Tampa.
Oh, play the Yankees. All right, give me your is a bus trip for the Twins identical to a plane trip? Like, is everybody just headphones, Netflix? What do you guys do, or do you actually talk and play cards or something?
Yeah, so spring training is a little different. Spring training, if you have over a year's service time, you can actually drive yourself. But a lot of times these longer trips, I'm going to catch 7 or 8 innings today. It's not quite worth spending that much time in the car. I think like Joe Ryan went up last night and spent the night in a hotel. There's a little bit more flexibility on these ones than there is in season. But in season, you get the bus rides and the plane trips where you got a crew of guys that are playing cards and chat, and then you got the guys that are taking naps every flight, and then you got the guys that are Netflix guys every flight. And I'm usually falling to the nap of the Netflix.
So do you take this time? I forgive me if we asked a similar question the last time that we are all on, but if you're going to be on the bus, it is spring training. You're going to be catching 6, 7, 8 innings. Are you studying their roster, like their full roster of who you're going to be facing, or you just it's more about you getting comfortable behind the plate at this time of the year?
Yeah, it's more so just to tell you the truth, I don't even know who's in the lineup for them today. I have no idea. I probably won't even know until I get into the bullpen pregame and look at our pitching coach Pete's little piece of paper that he has with the little scouting report on it. So we really don't integrate scouting reports till later in spring training. Early in spring training, it's more just getting comfortable, getting the pitchers comfortable. Every pitcher kind of has a certain goal that they're working on, and helping them integrate that into some of the games and just getting them built up physically.
Speaking of scouting reports, you guys open the season 3 weeks from today in St. Louis, and Sonny Gray is going to go for the Cardinals. How far back into your scouting do you go when you know you're going to face a former teammate and somebody you know pretty well that you've caught for?
Yeah, I think it's different when he's on your team versus the other team. When he's on your team, you never really plan for him as a hitter. But we've had so many conversations with him, intimate conversations about how he likes to attack hitters, that I think those are valuable conversations to relay to the hitting guys and see how they want to put those into our pregame prep. There's some things that Sonny likes to do when he falls into certain counts, and there's a lot of things that I know and we know as a staff because of how long he was here. So it's exciting. It's always fun when you get to go up against not only a really good arm, but someone that you know pretty well.
You guys are playing, you mentioned, at Tampa against the Yankees at Steinbrenner Field, which is going to be home to the Rays this summer. Mm-hmm. Do you pay a little extra attention now to the field and use that at all for preparation for when you actually play some regular season games down there?
Yeah, it's going to be awful for them. Down here in South Florida, you get about a rainstorm every night at 7:00. So I think in 19, when I played down here in the Florida State League, we had 13 home games canceled because of rainstorms. So it's no joke down here. They're going to have some hard scheduling issues, but it's a really nice field. I think they put like $40 million into a renovation this offseason. I don't think it was to necessarily get ready for Tampa to kind of take over, but I think they had to do some things, and the Yankees put a lot of money into their player facilities, of like the kitchen, the locker room, and areas like that. So I think Tampa, this is almost an upgrade for them, minus the dome, from a facility standpoint.
Ryan Jeffers, Minnesota Twins, is our guest live from Florida. Spring training time for the Minnesota Twins. Let me rewind about 4 minutes. You mentioned that a lot of the guys on the plane or the bus will play cards. As a degenerate gambler, I'm just curious, are we talking poker? Are we talking gin, hearts? What are you guys playing?
It mixes around a little bit. A couple years ago when Sonny Gray was here, he had a interesting horse racing game. Had dice and cards involved and a big board with some pegs that you moved along.
Yeah, that's super fun.
I don't know if you know.
Creasel has that.
I don't know if you know what that is.
100%.
Yeah.
It's super fun.
It's really fun.
Love that game.
That was always a blast. Lots of yelling going on. The coaches in the back, they play some poker games. I think Pablo had some poker going on up in the front of the plane a little bit last year. I think some people are a little bit more willing to throw cash around at those games than others. I've heard some stories of back in the day before I got in, there was some guys that would just be rolling up with 5-digit purses and ready to throw cash around on the plane. But it's changed a little bit, but it's still fun to watch them get after it a little bit.
Man, how do I convince the Twins that I'm like a minor league prospect and they put me on the bus and then they get me in that Pablo Lopez poker game?
No.
I get like Blake to stake me.
Nope.
And I just take all their money.
It's not going to work. They're going to beat you.
Yeah. Everybody knows you're bad at cards.
They probably would beat me. Man, that horse racing game is a ton of fun.
Yeah.
It's an easy gambling game. There's no skill. You just roll the dice, see what happens. It's so much fun. Good times.
Yeah, I love it. Speaking of gambling, we were talking about this, and it's in the media a lot lately, and we were just sharing another story about the situation where a Sun Country airplane had to be diverted on its trip to Mexico. You guys fly a lot in your career as a baseball player. Have you ever been in a dicey situation on a plane where you guys had to make either emergency landing or you were you're a little puckered as you guys were on the plane.
No, nothing. We've had to switch planes a couple times pre-takeoff. We've had some real bad turbulence at times, but never had anything where you look out the window and the engine's on fire or anything drastic like that. It's something that's always in the back of your head, I think, every time you get on an airplane, but I think that the stats are you have a higher chance to die riding an elevator than you do an airplane.
Speaking of that, by the way, you're going all the way to Tampa on a bus right now. Between you and me, how's that bus driver doing? Because let me tell you, man, riding the bus with the Vikings from time to time, by the time we get to the airport, I'm ready to throw up.
We're crawling in traffic right now, so we're not pushing it hard enough to really find out.
Oh, golly, ma.
Really?
But yes, I agree. I mean, we had enough time spent with lots of different guys that some are better than others, that's for sure. But I also have to give them a ton of credit. When you show up in a city like Boston or something, and the streets are fairly big enough for a Prius, and these guys are fitting these buses in between light poles and stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, you're the best, dude.
Yeah.
Good luck today against the Yankees. Stay healthy, right? Let's not get hurt in the next couple of weeks. We need everybody for opening day.
We got 3 more weeks.
Let's
get
go.
there.
Make it happen, dude. Appreciate it, man. As always, talk to you soon.
Bye.
Good luck.
Yeah, good to talk to you.
See you later.
See ya.
All right, there is Ryan Jeffers of the Minnesota Twins. Blake already just texted me, said he would stake me.
Yeah, of course.
How do I get it? Like Mike and Worm from Rounders. How do we get in that game? I just lie. We get on that flight. We get in that Pablo Lopez game. Blake and I run a duo. Like Blake gets all their money, but I can be part of his scheme. I'll be a pawn.
Blake's intimidating. You are not.
You guys all
What's
heard
that
it.
supposed to mean?
You guys all heard it. This is Major Market Radio.
Say it.
He just gave consent.
He did.
He gave consent to get staked.
He did.
Yeah, I'll get
Okay.
staked.
No, he doesn't care.
Yeah, stake me all you want.
Yeah,
Did you
he
hear
wants
earlier?
heat. By anybody or just by Blake?
Anybody with money.
Yeah, right.
Hey, check this
Amen,
out.
brother.
You want to stake me? Give me money.
Before we go to breaky break, I just got an email from the Minnesota Twins. You guys are familiar?
Yeah, we just talked to Ryan
we did.
Jeffers just
Remember?
moments ago from the Minnesota Twins.
They're going to have something this year called MLB's Go Ahead Entry, which maybe I'm hearing about this for the first time, but it's sort of what we use, Ben, to get in and out of stadiums with our passes for the NFL. An optional facial authentication-based ticket validation system developed by Major League Baseball as part of a continual effort to improve the fan experience of attending games. Fans with tickets to a Twins home game can register for the program via the MLB Ballpark app and then walk directly into Target Field by themselves or with their group without stopping to scan their tickets.
That's nice.
Scanning their face like we do to get into the stadium.
So in that case, you walk through a metal detector and facial recognition software at the same gate, so you theoretically don't stop unless you beep. Is that how that works?
I would guess that's probably true.
Yeah.
I don't see anything in there
Yeah.
about that, but I would guess you're right, yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously there's a bag check situation as well, right?
Yes.
Only if you ask nicely.
Yeah.
In our situation, traveling with the Vikes at some of these stadiums, yes, you'll go through normal like a TSA screening, although it's a little more lax with it. But your bags get scanned, you have to walk through metal detector, and then literally at every checkpoint for any sort of hallway or corridor that has to have special access, you have to stop in front of the facial recognition thing to see if instead of scanning your credential, they just look at your face,
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra layer of
The
security.
aggravating thing is that you have to do it every time
every single
you
time.
go
Yes.
to a new area.
Yes.
Every
Yes.
time. Even if the guy's seen you 48 times,
I know.
you have to do it. But the game ended 20 minutes ago and the plane's leaving.
Yeah.
You got to scan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
They got to do the job. I get
it's
it.
like getting
Yeah,
into Costco. You got to scan now.
Yeah.
I don't go there.
Yeah.
Oh,
don't go
you're
there.
missing out.
That's
Too
a ninth
scary.
layer of hell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but think
too
about it.
scary.
Think about if you go from like the office, supply
TV show?
area, you get scanned. You want to go get your croissants, you got to get scanned.
God, I love those croissants. Those croissants at Costco are elite.
They're
enormous, and you get 12 for like $7.
There's so many.
And I'm like, well, there's my dinner.
The
How are
thing
you not
is, though,
700 pounds?
we
They're so
always
good.
end up wasting them because we don't eat all of them, but it's way cheaper
Well,
than
that's-
just going.
That's not a problem in my house.
Oh,
Those
no.
things get
No,
crushed.
there's always like 2 or 3 that just end up getting stale and nobody eats them.
so good.
Because they're so good, but
Yep.
there's so many, but they're so cheap. They're
Dude.
like, well, I'm still saving money if I go out and buy these 8 other croissants.
I argue that's a top 5 thing at Costco.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the 5 reasons I have a Costco membership is just for those freaking croissants. So good.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Now
Those
I
are
want
good.
them.
Yeah.
When does it open? 10?
I don't know.
But to your earlier point, Costco, you got to scan it now. You can flip off the Sam's Club person checking, and they'll let you right in.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
It is weird because, like, if you have for Sam's Club, if you have your your digital card, right, which is what most people have, you can flash it to them.
Yeah.
I'm doubling up on your point, Zachary. And I always feel like the guy looks at me like, "Oh, you actually did it," because then there's 7 people behind me that just walk in,
Right.
and they don't attempt to stop you. They don't say like, "Hey, show me your card." So I always feel like I wasted my time and the screener's time by actually showing the card.
But have you seen those arches now that they got, those things when you walk
At
out?
McDonald's?
To walk out, they know.
What is that?
Well, half the time they don't even check your receipt because they're like, you're good.
Oh,
so
wow.
somehow they've scanned and know that you are ready to go. I don't know how that works.
Does it take a 3D body?
Don't know.
naked skin?
I don't question it. I just get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
With my
I
pretzel.
hope so.
He hopes they see
They
it,
got
dude.
cheap ass awesome pretzels at Sam's
happened?
Club.
I even made myself a note to remember to ask
Jeffers.
Brian Jeffers about Matt Wallner. Do you know what his nickname is?
No.
Cement Bones.
Whoa.
Because he can take a plunk like no other player in baseball, apparently. He loves to step in front of pitches.
All right, what are the chances we
Cement
remember
bones.
to ask him 1 week from today?
0.
I'd say 20%.
Zero.
Can't be 0.
Wallner has hit 30.
One.
Wallner has 31 hit by pitches in 169 career games.
Jeez. Cement bones.
Get out of traffic.
Yeah.
We have his
Damn it,
number.
That's the most Indiana thing ever, too, right? Cement.
Cement.
How do you say it?
Cement.
Cement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cement Bones. What a terrible nickname, though. It's not something that you can just yell across the locker room.
Well, I thought-
Cement Bones over there.
when I first saw it, I thought it was because he takes Viagra.
It's just one of those days.
Just give him a call back, Chris. I'm sure he won't mind.
Yeah, he's on the bus, stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
Hey, one last thing about cement bones over there.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm a hillbilly. I don't know what to tell you.
It's okay.
By the way,
the Crick
here's
and
something,
Creek.
and I say this with as Ringo Starr likes to say, peace and love, peace and love. I'm airing dirty laundry on the radio. Ben, will you back me up on this?
Sure, yeah.
Does anybody talk louder on their phone in a crowded bus than Pete Burcich?
It's unbelievable.
like beyond full volume, like
Yeah, it's like he's doing
Projects.
a radio interview.
to his family and friends.
I mean, I gotta give him credit for not giving
doesn't
2
care.
Fs. He doesn't care. It is a crowded bus. It could be right after the game, win or lose. Especially even if we lose, it is a silent bus. And here's this talking along on his phone, just like in the back, like 2 rows from the back, just like da, 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 da. Hey, how's it going? And be like, hey, Pete, everybody can hear your conversation.
We just lost again. Please put the phone down.
I know.
Hilarious. All right.
Everybody else is on their phones before they get on the bus.
Yeah.
Like you're standing,
Yeah,
you're
stand
standing outside talking to whoever you're talking to.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Pete holds the conversation until he gets on the bus.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, boy, I got people to talk to. I better wait till I get on the bus.
And as you guys have said in the past, right, that plane or that bus, when they lose, is like a morgue, right? Everybody's depressed and quiet.
Yeah, you do not say a word.
So that's when you don't get out there and go like, oh yeah, no, it's $7. You get 12 croissants. They're phenomenal. It's one of the main reasons I go to Costco.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
The worst part is Ben's like, yeah, we can finally go on vacation.
Yeah.
Book the flight. Giant smile on his face.
By the way, Mitch tells me that they also call him dinosaur bones.
Oh, dinosaur
Did I say
bones.
that correctly?
Yeah, Captain English.
Like to throw you in some cement. I had a T at the end of that.
Hold the tape.
All right.
Let's do Vikings as we come back. Ben, there's a lot of football news. And, of course,
Yes,
since we last saw you officially, Sam Darnold did not get tagged. We mostly knew that on Monday, but still, let's go around the world of the NFL after this. Vikings news after this with Ben Lieber on the Fan.
Looking for excitement? Chumba Casino is here. Play anytime, play anywhere. Play on the train, play at the store, play at home, play when you're bored. Play today for your chance to win and get daily bonuses when you log in. So what are you waiting for? Don't delay. Chumba Casino is free to play.
Experience social gameplay like never before. Go to Chumba Casino right now to play hundreds of games, including online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Live the Chumba life at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm sure you guys have mentioned this like 9 times, but I tend to tune out when you guys are talking basketball, so my apologies. But somebody's already clinched a playoff spot?
Yeah, the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are just red hot.
How long do we have until the playoffs start?
There's
Is
like
it almost
20-something games left, give or take,
20,
somewhere in that range.
All right.
But then it goes till June.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I read this yesterday. They've had 4 separate 12-game winning streaks. I think is what I saw on SportsCenter yesterday.
48.
They do have a little bit of the old school Pistons feel, where it's a true team.
Yeah,
right? I know you have
nobody
Donovan.
talks about
You got Donovan Mitchell, but the rest of it is just a whole bunch of really solid, good players.
But to
I
your
wonder if they
point,
can do it as a team.
what are their superstars?
Well, Donovan. That's it.
Yeah.
They have like Evan Mobley's legit. They have some really Darius Garland. They have some really good players. But it's not like a big 3, right? It's more of like the Pistons, who had Rasheed Wallace, Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups. Like they had talent, a lot of talent, but one with defense and one with team mentality. Let's see if the Cleveland Cavaliers can do it. Be interesting.
Yeah.
It would be terrible for the ratings.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I had no idea that they were this good. I didn't.
Right.
But you could tell you more about the Lakers.
The 2 best records in the NBA are Cleveland and Oklahoma City. If that's the finals, whoops.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
That would be bad.
Don't you wish that that team would sign somebody named like Shere Khan, so they'd have Mobley and Shere Khan?
Oh, brilliant.
It's close.
Yeah. I thought you meant the bad guy in Mortal Kombat.
God, you're weird.
Man, that makes no sense, Paul.
Why did you take? I was making some fun, and people were
Corey
like,
wants
they were
to be
jiving.
staked.
People were jiving.
Yeah, in poker.
Wait, people were up and dancing?
You get me and Blake on that plane, and we're going to take all that money. All of it. They have no idea what they're doing, right?
Balake?
I don't know.
They had no idea.
These guys have a lot of time on their hands.
They got a lot of money.
They got a lot of money, yes.
I doubt they're watching like videos on pre-flop charts.
You mean to tell me there's
What?
no Balake?
Who's watching that?
Don't worry about it.
My God.
You watch the combine. You watch fat guys run 40-yard dashes.
Yeah.
Don't judge me if I'm watching videos on 3 betting.
3 bettings?
Yeah.
7, I think the combine I saw yesterday had the highest ratings it's had since 2017. I'm not the only one watching it.
Didn't say you were.
And
you
now,
and like
starting
4
at long
people.
forward, Bagheera.
Or what?
It's more Jungle Book references.
Did he say long forward?
Yeah, long forward Bagheera. And again, let's just skip over the fact that he thinks the kid's name is Mobley instead of Mowgli, but whatever.
Does he know the 5 starting positions on a basketball team?
No. Willing to bet a caniac that he does not.
I don't think
I don't even know if I
don't.
Everybody just goes by numbers, don't they?
No, there's technically 5 names.
Yeah.
But now there's so many hybrids that
Well,
it's
that's
not
the thing,
even really a thing. But
Yeah.
you could argue there's still
I don't
5
think I
spots.
I don't think I can name 2, 3, and 4. I mean, 1 I would get, 5 I would get.
Can I try?
As soon as you hear it, you'll say, God, I did know that.
Can I try?
100%.
Can I try?
Yeah.
Well, hang on. Are we betting or not? Do you
No,
think
I
you
don't
can do it
think
or
you
not?
will, no.
Okay.
I might know this, and I could be wrong. I'm going to go, well, obviously center,
Center is the 5.
shooting guard,
That's the 2.
point guard,
That's the 1.
small forward,
3.
power forward.
4.
Damn it.
Wow.
Yeah, I would have won a
Thank
Keniac.
you.
Yeah,
All
nice job.
5.
Thank you.
Parrish?
Very good.
Absolutely not.
Wow.
No.
Isn't there like a swing guard and there's like...
Yeah, but see, those kind of hybrids are like if you can play the 2 or the 3,
Yeah.
things like that. Yep.
You say small guard?
No, shooting guard.
Shooting guard,
That's
okay.
like
And
Jordan.
now at
2
center,
guards.
Baloo.
He said long forward.
He's still stuck on Jungle Book.
I do what now?
Long forward.
Sauce, you know who the giant orangutan is in Jungle Book?
Who voices him?
No, the character's name.
No. Mr. Misa?
Hawk, you want to help him out with that one?
The orangutan?
You should know.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Louis.
King Louis.
Yeah,
King Louis.
There's no Louis, only
Yeah, doesn't he actually wear a crown?
Oh, that's a snake, isn't it?
Oh,
That's Ka.
Yeah.
how do you know the
Who's
Jungle
playing
Book so
Smallfoot?
well?
Love the Jungle Book.
Yeah, it's a great film.
I watched the original a
The
billion
original's
times
great.
back in the day, but I actually thought the live action one was solid.
The funny part about the
Bill
Jungle
Murray
Book
is Baloo.
is like that opening scene where Mowgli
Mowgli
is like walking.
Mowgli's the cavalier who he tried to pass off as
the long
the Jungle
forward
Book kid. Yeah, Mowgli.
But that like where he's walking along and like picking things up is like they use it in like multiple movies. It's just different. Like I think Christopher Robin, because isn't that a Disney bit or was?
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, like it's all like three.
They reuse the same
Reuse it.
cells essentially with slightly different bits. Yep.
Isn't it Baba Booey? Wasn't he really into buying that?
It's pronounced Baloo.
No, Baba Booey.
It's Bagheera.
Baba Louie.
Yeah, that's where they got it, right?
Baba Louie.
Didn't he buy something and then he said Baba Booey? That's where it came from.
Something like
God,
that.
you're bringing the show down.
No, Jungle Book's awesome.
Yeah, Jungle Book's great.
Shere Khan's an a-hole.
It's time for Vikings News on the Power Trip, presented by
Your truck accessories pro.
He owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. Paul, your hands up.
Quickly, more, and I hate when Corey's right, but he is right. Why the salary cap in the NFL doesn't matter.
It's a myth, yeah.
3 days ago, the Cowboys had $2 million in salary cap. Now they have like $58 million.
They can sign whoever they want to whatever they want.
Correct. The Minnesota Vikings brought in a new GM, moved on from players, did all these things, right? To get to where they are. The Cowboys in 48 hours have about the same amount of salary cap by simply just moving money around.
You just move it around.
Yeah,
You do whatever you want.
Like the Browns today, they have $35.8 million in salary cap because they moved money around in Deshaun Watson's contract. The salary cap is a myth.
It's a myth.
That's it. That's
As long as you can get the players to agree to do it, though.
So, can I ask you a question as somebody who played? When they move that money around, do they just tack it on to the end? Do they write it in as like a signing bonus? How does that all
those
work?
different tricks?
Yeah, it's all those different little all those different little things that they can do. I mean, if they want to, I mean, it's all about just freeing up space now. And the way I understand it, signing bonuses don't count towards salary cap because it's just money that's paid like right now. It's not really on the books. So you could either have upfront money. The thing is with these signing bonuses, the owners have to agree to it because that's money that's cash out of pocket now. That's not deferred payments. That's not like expectation of future revenue. That's liquid cash. You have to have the liquid cash to do it. And so if your owner's flush with cash and they just want to move money from 3 years down the road to the present day and be like, yeah, I'll give you $35 million right now. That way we free up the books later on. Sure. We can do that.
One more question. Sorry, Zecco. Like yesterday, Max Crosby got like whatever it was, 90 million guaranteed, right? 96 million guaranteed. Is that money he gets, like the signing bonus he gets right away?
Correct.
And because he lives in Nevada, there's no income tax on that.
Not on the state.
The state
level. Federal, yeah. And then, there's sometimes like municipality taxes and some places have city taxes, like the city of Pittsburgh will tax you for the city of Pittsburgh, the state of Pennsylvania, and federally.
Okay.
Can they, you talk about the guaranteed contract versus the signing bonus. Obviously, the signing bonus is right away. Is this going to be a shift instead of more guaranteed contracts? We're going to see just more like this, where you can just get the money out of the way and then still have more money to sign over the term of that contract. Isn't it smarter to do that? If you're going to pay them anyway, might as well get it over with now and then still have more money to spend in other places.
Well, like I said, I think it comes down to the ownership having the money to do it. If you start doing it with that with multiple contracts, and you got to keep in, you got to pay coaches and all this other stuff. That's like separate from the players' contracts. I mean, you got to have a lot of liquid cash. I mean, it's expensive. You know, you might do that for a couple players, but even though you are a billionaire owner on paper, doesn't mean that you're a billionaire owner when it comes to what's in your pocket. You know, so I don't know. I mean, that's why there's so many different levers they can pull and so many categories they can slide money into. That's a roster bonus, a player performance bonus.
And then the cap goes up every year anyway.
Yeah, the cap goes
so
up
you have
every
more
year.
Space to sign whoever you want.
Exactly.
Are you shocked that the Vikings haven't moved some money around yet?
Not necessarily. I mean, I feel like they're pretty comfortable where they're at. But yeah, I mean, I always feel like there are always like some tweaks and adjustments that they make with people's contracts and stuff like that.
What about TJ Hawkinson?
That was my example that I was going to bring up, is like a guy like Hawkinson who he's going to be on the team. I don't think that you're going to move from him, although I think there's an argument that you could make if you found a suitor that you could, maybe jettison his contract and be like, okay, well, maybe we can find similar production with a cheaper player. Maybe we can get some value out of him. That's a guy that I think if you had to move money around, you could probably ask him to do something to help the team out.
But he's the kind of guy that, like, if you still end this offseason well under the cap and you got some space, then you do what we were just talking about. You give as much of his guaranteed money or whatever this year and make next year and beyond a way to either get out
Correct.
Or let him go or
Correct.
whatever the deal is. So you basically free yourself from the burden beyond this year.
Yeah.
A couple of other things. Maybe I don't know. I haven't seen why this happened, and this isn't a giant name necessarily, but it's kind of interesting. Bengals defensive end Sam Hubbard retiring at the age of 29, born in Cincinnati. Then he went to Ohio State and he played his entire career with the Bengals. That's a pretty cool thing to have happen. But he's quitting at the age of 29. Any idea why?
No idea why. I don't think that he really had to battle through a ton of significant injury as well. He's super beloved there. Played high school football there and all that stuff. I mean, he is as local as, he's their version of Adam Thielen, basically. I don't know, man. I mean, some guys, there's a story like this every couple of years where it seems like a guy that has 3, 4, maybe even more years left. They just said, I've had enough.
Enough money, enough pain, just moving on.
I mean, Andrew Luck, probably the most recent example of that, of just like, wait, what?
Right.
Like, you're a quarterback that could play another 10 years.
Barry Sanders back in the day, too, right? Barry Sanders retired at what age? Like, wasn't he like 30-ish, 29-ish?
Yeah, but even still, for running backs, though, and
maybe a little older.
Even though he was hard to tackle, he still took a huge wear and tear on his body. I can at least in hindsight look back and say, like, okay, it's not that shocking because you're a running back at that position, getting a lot of carries and getting hit. But as a really stout, stocky defensive end, that's a pretty good player. Surprised that he's going to give it up.
Barry Sanders only played 10 years.
Yeah.
Only, though. Guys, that's a long time.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
look
it's
at
more
Dalvin Cook.
that he left at the top, though, right? Like, he was still kicking ass, I think, when he left. I think that's why he was
He couldn't
a
take any more
surprise.
names, though.
He was kicking some ass, wasn't taking any more names.
Couldn't take any more names.
And they were awful when he was on that team, besides him.
Yeah.
Made one NFC championship game, though, right? Did they not?
Yeah, didn't they?
I thought the
early
Lions
on
made it.
in the
I think
90s?
so. I think they made it one time with a
Wait.
deep run with like Wayne Fonts.
Wayne Fonts, great name.
Really?
Yeah, I love the name Wayne Fonts. I used to say it all the time.
I wonder why.
Wayne Fonts?
Well, I'm an
I remember
idiot.
those are the good old days.
Yeah,
man.
right. Yeah, that was before I showed up.
yeah.
Wayne Fonts, funny name.
It's like, what did Sauce type his high school reports on? He used a bunch of Wayne fonts.
Yeah.
Like wingdings.
I didn't even do that.
What would you have given nickname wise to Wayne Fonts?
Me?
Yeah, let's walk through it. Let's say he went to high school with you.
Because I never know.
I'm going to steal your bit, though, but Wayne Fonts, we would have called him something like typewriter or keyboard.
Yep, and then that would have evolved into
key.
Right, and then you would have called him
K.
That's lazy.
I don't think that's it.
That's lazy.
No.
I think you would have gone. I think you would have
then
reduced
like
it to key.
space bar. Then we would have called him like Curdle. Or sorry, control.
Curdle.
Curdle.
Pause break.
Curdle?
Are you looking at his stomach?
And now you know his nickname's going to be Curdle because nobody's going to understand
Yeah,
it.
we'd call him Curdle, yeah. Because I can't pronounce control.
Is this where Wayne comes from? Because you call people Wayne.
Yeah.
No, I call people Wayne because that's Patrick's father who passed away, R.I.P. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, the same Patrick whose mom's cousin is the CEO of Shopko?
Billy, yeah, that was his name, yeah.
I thought she was an owner of Shopko.
No, he was the CEO. Isn't that
He
the same
was?
thing?
You said it was the owner.
Isn't that the same thing?
No.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, business college. I don't know. I didn't go to business school. How would I know
You
that?
didn't go to school.
No, they didn't
I did
allow
not.
reports in Wayne fonts.
No. Wayne fonts.
They wanted Times New Roman.
Yeah.
What a boring font.
What are you talking about? It's
Yes, it
elite.
is.
Hate
A
it, Times New
talking
Roman.
snake.
Yeah, that's Ka. Do you remember who was the talking snake Ka in the live action version?
Yeah, it was,
You can do this.
what's his name?
Nope, it's not a dude.
Oh,
That's
I
why
don't know then.
That's Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, man, that voice. She was the voice in her as well.
We lost him.
Yeah, man.
We lost him. There he went.
Would Chris rather hear her talking as a computer or as a giant jungle snake?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He'd like to be wrapped
Trying to
up by her.
hypnotize him.
Yeah.
So she can squeeze him to death.
Yeah.
What now?
Wow.
That snake has
What
an
did you
accent.
say?
You'd want that forked tongue everywhere.
Oh, my.
You had him at fork. Paul, your hands up.
Paul.
We have Sam Darnold betting odds.
Oh, really?
Like,
What
does
is
he
he?
have 10,000
Probably a
count
sleep
sheets?
number or...
Betting or Bedding?
He likes satin, I bet.
A. The first one. Betting.
Betting.
Betties. Yeah. Betting. You
How
will.
about a tease?
I'll give you another tease. These will shock you.
What?
I don't know. I just want people to keep listening.
You're doing a great job. You're
No,
doing
I'm
a
gonna say the
great job. I can't wait to come back.
I just turned the channel.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I would argue our show does maybe the worst job at teasing. Doesn't seem like it matters.
In fact, you know what?
Oh,
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No